on sleep. In one flat on the fourth floor, a strange smell from his kitchen woke up a tenant. When he went to check it, he saw smoke coming from the back of his refrigerator. The fire quickly spread across the poor man's kitchen, who immediately raised the alarm and called the firefighters. The fire seemed like a challenge London firefighters were facing every day. However, once the fire went out of the kitchen window, it turned into a blaze that not even 250 firefighters could extinguish for the next 24 hours. But how can a thing like a refrigerator burn down a 24-story tower? Grenfell Tower. Today, North Kensington is considered an exclusive area of the City of London, one with super high real estate prices. However, North Kensington was not always a posh neighborhood. In the 1960s, the area was inhabited mainly by a working-class population and immigrants. Even today, there are residues of these old times, islands of council housing estates surrounded by upmarket residences. One such is Lancaster West Estate. In the late 1960s, the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea started a project to eliminate the slums in North Kensington and replace them with a modern council housing estate. The project, imagined as ideal for living, was devised in 1972. Phase 1 of the plan consisted of a 24-story tower with 3 lower finger blocks and a landscaped green area between them. When it was completed in 1974, it was a big step forward for social housing standards. The estate and the entire area was dominated by a 24-story building, the Grenfell Tower. Designed by Clifford Weirden and Associates in a brutalist style, quite popular among architects at the time, they projected the building to have 120 flats with 200 bedrooms. Each of the 20 residential floors had 6 apartments, 2 more than the standard at the time. Grenfell Tower was an innovative building for many other things. Like most towers, Grenfell also had a concrete structure. However, years. For the next 40 years, the Grenfell Tower went from the area's landmark to an old and ugly pile of concrete. Brutalism was largely outmoded in the 2010s, and the building needed to be refreshed. However, it was because of the lack of proper insulation that the local council decided to invest in the building's reconstruction. Grenfell Tower got a fresh look in 2013. Flats had a water-based heating apartments. The Grenfell Tower had a stay-put policy in case of fire. As strange as it sounds, the policy was a standard procedure in all buildings similar to Grenfell Tower. In case of fire in one apartment, the construction of the building, namely its thick concrete walls, would provide security for tenants in other apartments. The fire could last for hours in the apartment. The concrete walls and doors made of fire-resistant material would keep it confined and prevent it from spreading. Unfortunately, the firefighters failed to foresee that the fire would spread along the building facade and reach other apartments from outside. Once they realized that the fire was taking the entire building, the firefighters abandoned the stay-put policy and advised tenants to evacuate. For many, it was too late. Escaping the inferno. It was a